Hi folks, this is all the fruit. Here I have two more experimental watermelons from this one little farm here in Heidelberg. Watermelons are not a traditionally German fruit. They only started really cultivating them around here in the last 10-15 years, and a lot of people complain, of course, that the taste is not as good as the Mediterranean or Middle Eastern or even Southeast European watermelons, like watermelons from Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, are of course much tastier than the ones in Germany. But the Germans are catching up. I've eaten decent greenhouse watermelons from Germany, decent outdoors watermelons from Germany. And now I found a couple little farms which get a lot of pretty interesting experimental watermelons here in Heidelberg. This one, I asked the farm wife, she didn't know the varieties. She said, yeah, some company just gave us a bunch of experimental seeds, so now we are selling the fruits. We have no idea about the varieties. Here I have two more varieties. I already made videos about two other varieties a couple weeks ago. And those here, I kept them for about 2 weeks in my kitchen because, as you can see, we are totally loaded with fruits. Now we have eaten most of them, so those are just the little remnants. And so we want to, basically we had time to actually face the watermelons. Now I don't know the names. They were grown here in Germany in a greenhouse. Let's look at them. Very different variety. One has very light and dark stripes. One has dark and slightly light stripes. One is pinkish reddish on the inside, one is yellow on the inside. One has very thin rind, the other one has very thick rind. One has very small seeds, and the other one has, I would say, normal size seeds. Also, it was very interesting when I cut them, they sounded very different. This one it cracked a lot like a really ripe watermelon. I mean, I'm really surprised it didn't really, it cracked here maybe a little bit, but it sounded all the time. Well, this here sounded and felt more like cutting a pumpkin. Well, smell-wise, watermelons are not very smelly fruits, but this one has a strange flavor. This one smells like a watermelon. This one smells almost like an apple. Okay, now the most important part, the taste. By the way, if you wonder where do yellow watermelons come from, the original wild watermelons were pretty much whitish inside. And the red color was basically bred in order to better sell them for people to like them more. Also, my grandfather claims that, 100 years, claimed, he's dead now, that over 100 years ago, in the Balkans and in other parts of Bulgaria, the yellow watermelons were standard. So, I don't know, please tell me in your area where yellow or red watermelon standard like 100 years ago. And now the most important part. It's an okay watermelon, not bad. Not really sweet. A bit on the tough side, but not a bad watermelon. How about the yellow one? A bit on the dry side, a bit overripe. Less sweet. Taste-wise, it does have something of a pumpkin. To be honest. Yeah. I definitely like this one better. Both are not great watermelons. This is a mediocre super watermelon, and this is a subpar watermelon, but still not a bad watermelon. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you the names. I don't even know if they are names. So, are those new experimental varieties? Are those new experimental plants which are still not made into named varieties? Are those new varieties they experiment with here in the German climate? I don't know, but I'm glad I tried them. Watermelon diversity is quite a nice thing. So folks, those were two watermelons, two experimental watermelons from a Heidelberg farm. Tell me what unusual watermelons you have in your area. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich little Heidelberg farms. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.